I don't know if it... Okay, Marilyn, sorry about that. Here we are again.
Okay, so we're coming in. Our front lawn is a little different because we have these cement squares here, concrete squares that cars can drive in without getting all muddy. And it keeps all of this permeable so we don't have a lot of runoff water. This wall we had to put in because of the slope of the property, and then because of the height of it, the builder said to put in this retaining piece here. So we ended up with a garden all around, two sides. Maureen got a nice tree over there that really took well with the rain. The house changes color depending on the brightness of the sun and whether there are clouds or not. It's overcast today, so it's a little subdued. So you can see there's two parts to the house with a big area in the middle. We're going to enter into the living room here first, and then we'll see the other part. So this is our living room. This piece of furniture came from the Conference of Religious that changed their office space, and it just fit in perfectly here. And Dolores' picture. We asked the architect for a lot of light, so she gave us big windows and lots of openings around. Between the doors that have windows, panes in them, and the large windows too. And here is Maureen working hard in our kitchen.
Hi Marilyn, welcome to our new home that you've heard so much about. Come right into our kitchen.
As you can see, this wall is on an angle behind Dolores, and there's a different angle for the kitchen wall too. So we just kind of, our table then ends up being parallel to one of the walls. It could be parallel to another wall if we wanted to. So it's just a whole different use of space. Okay, back here is a laundry room.
Right behind the kitchen.
Right off the kitchen. And we have places to hang clothes covered in an area that's covered and out in the yard too. So now we can go around. If Dolores turns around, we can come outside. Between the one house and another, we calculated an area that would be big enough for about 50 people. And when Maria José had the closing celebration of the Novena de Natal, there were 60 people here. You know, overflowing into the yard, but so seems to work. The one thing is we don't, when it rains and it's windy, it gets wet in here, we have to kind of clean it up. So it's clean all the time.
Can you show how high the roof is?
Oh.
Okay, she's going to show that.
She's going to go up slowly so you don't get dizzy. This is really more for effect.
And the skylights.
Yeah. This part. And then the solar plaques are up there.
And off this area is our chapel. And go by a public bathroom that anybody who's visiting us can use.
With the lights.
And here's our chapel, full of flowers from the Jubilee celebration, and our colored windows that help it look like a holy place.
Gorgeous.
And here I am, sitting in our chapel, praying.
So now we're going to turn around.
These wooden benches were made by a man from the community in Goiania.
Who was here yesterday for dinner. His wife cooked for us during our meeting. You look very nice.
Great ornament.
This second part of the house has someone resting, working on her computer.
Playing.
Oh, it is.
Marilyn, can you remember who this is? From Upside Down?
Upside down looks terrible.
I know. Well,
This room is a multi-purpose room. We thought, like, when we have meetings, we might have to break up into groups. If someday in the distant future the house is sold and the people wanted to rent half their house, they could use this as a kitchen. It's all service. Right now we use it for TV, for individual work, whatever. This part has 3 bedrooms off this way.
The one Jean's going into now has a wider door and a wider door in the bathroom so that a wheelchair would fit in.
Right.
And
Oh, we could even show the,
it's the only
ecological
bedroom that has a individual bathroom.
which we were hoping for Catherine, but now we have in here some ecological features. We have a toilet that has 2 buttons. The little button is for 3 liters only of water. And then if you think you got to use more water, you take the bigger half moon there and you get more water. And then over here, if Dolores comes in here eventually, we have solar panels up above. So we have hot water and cold water. We also have an electric setup here if for some reason it's overcast a long time and we want to plug it in and have, heat it up that way. But usually it gets quite warm and we have to control it, temporarily.
And while we had about 14 people here sleeping, we had no problem with hot water.
No.
There was plenty of hot water.
Okay.
So now, in here is where Dolores is staying. Maybe we need to turn the light on? No. Is enough light?
And Chris Bergmeyer slept here a night, but she was snoring, so Dolores put her out. No, she asked to leave. Other than that, the meeting was
Thank you for telling that
success.
story the other way around.
A total success.
We won't go into every room, but you can see here that between the bedrooms we have a common bath. So every 2 bedrooms, except the one that we showed there, was individual for someone who might eventually need a wheelchair. The other 2 bedrooms have a common bath. So we won't go to
And if Jean moves, you can see the sink.
Oh,
It's very
and
nice.
here's the, yeah. Okay. So if you want to turn it off, we can walk around without it getting dizzy.
We are in our library office with 2 sisters diligently at work on the computers. And one is Sister Anne Marvin.
Wave hi to Marilyn.
Hi, Marilyn. We miss you.
Marilyn Craig.
Hello, Marilyn.
And here's Susie Wills on the other computer.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
And we join.
This is wonderful to have you.
Here with us in
Can you see
spirit.
out the window oh, you probably can't with all the light. There's a nice plant that's flowering there.
Oh, the orchid.
How do you like the house?
You'll have to wait to hear from me.
There you go, the orchid. So it's against the wall that's quite high. Cool.
When are you coming to Brazil?
Oh, she's ready, I'm sure.
See you in May.
So we joined the books from 2 communities, so we have quite a sizable library now.
I think this is an English Bible here.
Yep. Okay. Now we're going to go to the other side. It looks like we're going to have bananas on our side of the wall. Here is the other part of the retaining wall. In the corner there's a big water tank to catch the rainwater that we can use in between the days that it rains to water the garden. Ellen got the help from one of her friends, and we are overwhelmed with tomatoes. But we're trying to do it without non-organic stuff, and we're getting sicknesses and things, so we might have to resort to more powerful. We don't know. This is, we have two grape plants trying to hang in there so we can have a grape arbor here. And then we have different fruit trees around. And in the other corner, the taller plants are okra plants. Then we have squash and cucumbers and some more tomatoes. And around these seedlings are fruit trees. So we ended up with two sizable patches of green, one in the back, one on the side. So it isn't all cement. That pole on the corner of this is the building they used for some of the men slept in it to keep, like a night watchman during the construction. And the other part was for material that couldn't get wet. Now we keep it for storage. Okay?
One more wave.
Now we're back in the living room.
Hi, Mayor.
And we're going to walk around this side of the house.
And if you're bored, you can turn it off.
How could you be bored with us in it?
And you never know what's around the next corner.
Right.
Right. Oh, this room is quite interesting. This is Ellen's mat for massages and craniosacral therapy, and Maria José's material for her ministry. And so this is, we thought of, could be like a ministry room. We have a private entrance, and we have a private bathroom here, so that if, counseling or anything, it wouldn't, if they thought it was more appropriate, they could be isolated from the rest of the house. And I think we're winding up.
Winding up? You haven't gotten to your bedroom yet.
Oh, we don't have to.
Look at Jean's bedroom.
This
All right.
is this part of the house. There are 4 bedrooms. Each 2 have a common bath. We already looked in the other bathroom. And this is my bedroom. But I don't think we need to go much farther. So we'll
A
end here.
model of cleanliness.
Okay. So I hope it gave you an idea, and we'll wait for you to come down so you can see it in person.
Bye, Marilyn.
Goodbye.